Hello and welcome to this BuyBotPro video. So if you are a merchant fulfilled seller, or even if you are an FBA seller but you are still fulfilling some products yourself, this video is just for you. So an FBM seller, fulfilled by merchant, this is where you are fulfilling products yourself. So you'll have your own means of storing products and distributing from wherever it is that you are storing your products. So you are shipping directly to the customer from yourself. Now this is awesome because it does allow you a bit more flexibility with the kind of items that you can sell. So for example, dangerous goods and things like that, you are better off fulfilling those yourself than through FBA because often they will have some kind of issue with it. Unless of course you are enrolled in the dangerous goods program or something like that. But with being an FBM seller, you do have a little bit more freedom. And obviously you don't have to pay any Amazon fees. Though when you do get started out as an FBM seller, it might be a little bit tougher to win things like the buy box at first because you do have to build up that rapport with Amazon. You have to keep good and consistent Amazon account health. You have to show them that you're an excellent seller and that you are adhering to all of their rules. And then as time goes on, your eligibility for winning the buy box will open up more and more. And so when you analyze deals, it's important to factor in the fact that you are an FBM seller. So I'm going to show you everything you need to know in regards to BuyBotPro and analyzing deals as a merchant fulfilled seller, or if you are an FBA seller but you have products that you are fulfilling yourself. So the first bit to check would be in your BuyBotPro settings. And of course, please make sure that everything in the basic settings is set up. So your VAT status, ROI method and so forth. Make sure that all of that is set up correctly. Now you can choose your preferred fulfillment. So let's say you are predominantly a merchant fulfilled seller. Now, when BuyBotPro loads up, if you switch it to MF, it will automatically have the merchant fulfilled toggle on. Whereas if you have it switched to FBA, it's going to load up with the merchant fulfilled toggle off. It's going to analyze the FBA way, take into account the Amazon fees and such. And that's how it's going to load up every single time you use the calculator. But if you switch it to merchant fulfilled, that toggle will be on. It's going to analyze the merchant fulfilled way. And that is basically one of the only parts of the settings you need to look at besides the MF shipping cost. So if you have any consistent costs in your business for shipping, so let's say one of these is like a standard delivery kind of deal, one of these is like a special delivery, you have up to 3 options whereby you can enter in any consistent shipping costs in your business. So these options that you have entered in here will automatically load up when you have the merchant fulfilled toggle on. And if you have that set as your preference, then it's going to be on anyway. So once you've set all of this up, just make sure that you go to the bottom of the page and click on Save and Sync. So that way BuyBotPro can refresh and take those changes into account. So when you look at any item and you load up BuyBotPro, the merchant fulfilled toggle will automatically be turned on, and those shipping costs that we entered into our settings will show here. So we can select from one of these options, or we can enter in a custom amount. So merchant fulfill, let's hover over the toggle. BuyBotPro will automatically calculate on an FBA basis, but you can change that to merchant fulfilled using this toggle. Fee stated, assume that you have an Amazon professional seller account. So go ahead and analyze the deal, and obviously BuyBotPro is going to load up all of those useful results that you will get. It's going to look at thousands of different data points to bring you everything you need to know about an item. So as you can see here, it's worked out all of our numbers for us. And if we hover over total costs, we can see there that obviously it's taken into account the fact that we are merchant fulfilled. It's taken into account our shipping costs as well. And so therefore we get our total costs. And of course we have our ROI and profit down here. Everything else would be more or less the same as if you were analyzing the FBA, where you're obviously checking out the competition that applies regardless of if you're FBA or FBM, checking out the item's BSR and its pricing history, you know, how consistently it sells, how well it sells, everything like that. That is relevant regardless of what kind of seller you are. Of course, if you are merchant fulfilled, when you look at things like the competition analysis, you are going to want to pay more attention to the other merchant fulfilled sellers that are on the listing, because these will be your main competitors. So the merchant fulfilled sellers will show in grey, and of course if you come to the price chart here, you have the FBM price here. Let's toggle all of these off so we can see. So the box here is for the FBM price, and we can see the top FBM price as we go along. So we can see what kind of pricing our competitors have set on this item currently and in the past, so we can get an idea of how we may want to set our pricing on the item. But other than that, that is basically it. Obviously, if we see that the listing is saturated with FBA sellers and Amazon are dominating the listing, we may want to avoid it. But otherwise, there's a couple of other merchant fulfilled sellers on there. We can check the buy box statistics as well and see what kind of sellers have had the most possession over the buy box. And to do that, you just need to click on a day range and it will tell you who has had the most possession. And obviously on this case, it looks like it's been Amazon. But on other listings, it will show, it might be an FBA seller, it might be a merchant fulfilled seller, to help you understand your chances of winning the buy box on this listing. So that is how you will go ahead and analyze items with BuyBotPro as an FBM seller. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.